What's up, YouTube? Lofton checking in again. Right now I'm back in Springfield. I'm at a place called the Lamplighter Inn. Um, I don't think Prime owns this place, but they were booked at like the Campus Inn, and I'm assuming the Oasis and every other hotel because of all these people they got coming in. So this is where I'm at, Lamplighter Inn and Suites. Very, very nice place. Doesn't look like much from the outside. It's right next to Steak and Shake, to the right of Steak and Shake. But it's very nice. It's I'm recording off a laptop, but it got like a nice little chair with a table. Nice, looks like a queen size bed. The restroom over there has a flat screen TV, a mini fridge. So, and it's all paid for by Prime. They're gonna make sure you taken care of at least as long as you working for them at least. I don't know how it works after you upgrade. You just become a regular driver. You probably got to pay at that point. I'm assuming. I don't know. But yeah, so it's a real nice place. Don't know how long I'm gonna be in this room simply because I guess I'm supposed to check with like the campus in to see if they have extra spots. Um, at least that's what they told me when I checked in here. So hopefully I get to stay here and not the campus in. The campus in is straight and everything, but this nice. And plus it's a one bedroom. I ain't got to worry about no room. So I've completed my 30,000 miles. I'm actually at 31,000. So I've been back for like a week. I left home on Tuesday. Initially we had a load going from Miami to like Denver, Colorado. That fell through because of the empty trailer that we went to go pick up. It was damaged. It had like a gash in it. My trainer was like, "Nah, we ain't gonna do that." So they ended up giving us another load going from kind of like I think like Ocala, Florida, to basically like a place right outside of Reno, Nevada. So we took it there, and this was actually my first time traveling like on like the southern part of the U.S. So my whole TNT, I've never driven, to California, New Mexico, Georgia, or some parts of Georgia, but like Texas and places, states like that. So it was a bit of a different scenery, and well, not much because I'm driving at night and I can't see much, but you get what I'm saying. So that load empty had like 270 some miles, mind you. When I took home time for those 5 days, I was at 24,000 miles. So I had 6,000 miles to complete for this last week. So that empty was like 270 some miles. Loaded was like 26, I believe. So we took that. No issues. Saw a couple interesting things like prostitutes and just on the. We went through. I think it was New Mexico. It was some state we went to, and it was like a brothel over there. I had to use the restroom, and it was interesting. I'll just say that. Then get up there to Nevada. They gave us a load going from California to Pennsylvania. That load. So we traveled from like Reno, Nevada, all the way to like Southern California. Can't remember the name of the city. It was like something with a W. And that was, empty was like 300 miles, so we had to drive 300 miles to pick that up. And then the loaded miles was like 27, I think, like 2,700. So as you can see, I got my miles from basically those two loads. So when I got to Pennsylvania, I think it was like a couple hundred short of 30,000. So they gave us a load to not basically Chicago, a little outside of Chicago. They gave us a load there. It was like 400 miles, so not too much. So that put me over 30,000. So now it was time for me to get back to Springfield, of course. So and by the way, yeah, like going through California, I don't know. That place is beautiful. That was my first time like ever like actually visiting it, actually being able to see it. I've been there before, but I haven't really been able to actually see it. But yeah, it's real. It kind of reminded me of Florida, but kind of like on another level. So it's nice scenery until I left. Um, Also, we was in California. We got pulled over. We was empty, but we still got pulled over and had a DOT inspection. I don't know. My trainer said California is like their own country. They got all kinds of stuff. Because when we got there, they had like their own little border patrol or something. I don't know what you call that thing. It was blocking the whole road. You had to go through it. So got there. The dude pulled us over. Well, not pull it. Called us in, of course. And then got on the little speaker. Said, "Hey, you need to pull over." Started asking us all kind of questions about another prime driver. I guess they caught another prime driver doing something he wasn't supposed to do as far as like his logs and whatnot. And they did a whole inspection. They went up under the truck, checking everything. Did like air brake tests, light tests, all that. But we passed. Plus, it was empty, so as far as weight, it wasn't an issue. Um, so other than that, that was basically that wasn't too much in that. For the most part. First time, going through an inspection, and I see that it's real thorough because we sat there for over an hour while he was inspecting the truck and asking all them questions. He was basically making sure we knew how our clocks work. He was like, oh well, just because you're in a different time zone, of course your time we're not stupid, but whatever. So anyway, we was in outside of Chicago, ready to come back. Simple message to dispatcher, like, hey, I added up my miles. You can add your miles up by you can you have the Prime mobile app. You can look at all your loads if you want to do that. All your loads that you've done are in there. Just go through history. It tells you what you're currently on, what you've done, everything after PSD, because that's all what counts. And both your empty and loaded miles count, by the way. Or you can the way I did it was I did my pay stub because on your pay stub it tells you how many miles you've driven, both empty and loaded, and it gives you a total. So I just added up my pay stubs, and that's how I came up. I was at 30,000 miles. Messaged the dispatcher, just had him double check. Asked him, hey, I'm ready to upgrade. Trainer agreed. Can you go ahead and route us back to Springfield? Too easy. So he gave us a load to Michigan. It wasn't so simple. Um, so we get there. We in Michigan, and we get the load. The load kind of heavy. It was like I think with the pallets and the whatever the stuff was on the back thing, like yogurt or something. It was like 44,000 miles. The catch was since it was going from Michigan to California. How we just picked it up so we can drop it in Springfield for somebody else to take it to California. I forgot what they call it, like a power load or something. So we knew it was heavy. The dispatcher said, of course, California again with their rules, that we had to make sure that it was the weight, as far as the weight goes, it was legal because it was like something about like the California six hold and something like that. So we went through this whole thing, about okay. My trainer, his gut told him, we're gonna count from all the from the very beginning because like some holes they're filled in and then you have that little bar to make sure that you don't hit the skirt on the side. So we called it was a night dispatcher at the time. He didn't sound too sure because we were just making sure at this point because we didn't want to pass it off and then they say, oh well, the guy who's finishing the load got pulled over. So we're just calling people. He called, a few people that used to work for Prime and, been driving trucks for like, over 10 years and stuff like that and got different answers. It was like everybody was giving us different answers. So we end up, we had to drive. We picked up the load. I'm sorry, y'all. We picked up the load. It's been a long day. We picked up the load. The nearest scale was 30 miles away, 30 some miles away. Had to drive there. Waited. We put it in the 6-hole, at least what we thought was the 6-hole. The weight on the trailer measured exactly at 34,000 pounds. I don't know. That's what the ticket said. So It was exact. It legit said 34,000 pounds. I was like, that's that's kind of cutting close, but it is what it is. So my trainer was like, okay, you know. So we started driving, and my trainer was like, you know what? I don't gotta, He just like, I don't want to get too far, and then be like, we're wrong. So he ended up calling road assist just to ask somebody. Road assist read out of some book. I don't know if it was like a policy or whatever. Read it like verbatim, saying you count from the very first hole, whether it's filled in or not. So we were technically in the seventh hole. So we had to turn around, go back to the scale, put it in the sixth hole, measure it again, which put us like about 400 pounds overweight on the trailer. So we had to go back to the shipper and get the load reworked. That didn't take long, surprisingly. They were ready for us. They were just like, they didn't have like, I guess usually they rework the whole trailer. I don't know, but for us they just took like a few pallets off and sent us on the way. It probably took like 10 minutes. Like we backed in, it took 10 minutes and we was out. But it was a very long night. And on top of that, I was driving, and people was blowing, like legit truck. Well, not ain't gonna say trucks, a truck. Um, he, blew his horn at me like his air horn. I'm like, what the heck is wrong with this dude? Like he flying past me. I'm like, the truck ain't going that fast anyway. Plus, I'm already in a slow lane, so why are you blowing at me? But then I realized, people were, other trucks started flashing me, and we don't have a CB radio, so we don't know what's going on. And that's probably why I will be investing in one. So I ended up pulling over just to check because I was like, okay, maybe something's wrong with our trailer lights because it's happened before where the lights on the trailer went out. So it wasn't when I pulled over, and I said, oh, okay, whatever, bump it, screw it. And I got made it to Springfield. Basically, that's where I'm at now. Got here, just went and chatted with my dispatcher. Um, told them, they gave me the whole congratulations spiel. They set me up for class in the mornings at 7 a.m. So it's called like a PSC class. I'm assuming it's like a safety class. I think it said like 4 hours, so prime safety class, I'm guessing. So I had that in the morning. I actually went over and like kind of was trying to get a feel of some of the trucks, because more like I'd be getting automatic. So I, sat in. I didn't drive any of them because some of them like were people trucks that they ordered. But I just kind of got the feeling of it. Like I sat in like one of the newer Freightliners, the Internationals, the Peterbilts, and I can say I think I'm leaning more towards the Freightliner. I actually thought I would like the Peterbilts, but when I got in, I checked out like 3 or 4 of them. It didn't feel right for me. So that's what I'm leaning towards. Of course, it depends on what they have in the inventory. Um, what else? I forgot exactly what I was about to say. So yeah, I talked to the lady. She was like, I basically had to finish all my paperwork. Come pick out a truck. I saw the Volvo that they had actually. I seen some people talking about that Volvo. So I guess Prime is getting new Volvo trucks. It was locked. I know I saw it on like Junior's video. When he did his video, it had the uh, the double tires on them. When I got there, they had the super singles on them. So I guess they getting it ready. They had the APU on there as well, but it was locked. So I guess they getting it ready for somebody. I don't know how that's working, but yeah, I'm gonna keep y'all updated as far as like how the process goes as far as upgrading. But that was it. I'm glad like I can't even put in the words. I am like ecstatic that I'm done with TNT. Over, done. I'm off that truck. Got me a little room, sit back, relax. Might go get in the jacuzzi, watch some TV or something. Well, I ain't gonna do too much because I got to get up in the morning. But that's it. Y'all have any comments, questions, or concerns? As always, put them in the comment section. I really do appreciate y'all. A lot of y'all for y'all know who y'all are. For checking in on me. Giving me just like encouraging words. Saying keep pushing and all that good stuff. I definitely read all the comments that I get. It's hard making videos and responding to comments while you out there on the road. Well, at least in TNT, because for one, I have Sprint, at least for now, and my service ain't the best. So I don't have a lot of service, and Wi-Fi ain't free everywhere, and I'm not going to be paying for Wi-Fi like that. But I appreciate y'all, as always. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Continue to watch my videos, like and subscribe. Just be on the lookout.